Gen V has finished its run, its first season on Amazon Prime. It's a spin-off show to the very successful superhero satire The Boys. This one is focusing on a group of college students with superpowers who are essentially the first generation of supes in this world who are aware that those powers have been manufactured artificially and who discovered something shady is going on at their superhero school and try to uncover the truth. So, when this was first announced, I thought this was going to be a shameless, complete cash grab, a terrible show. And I was completely wrong. It's actually really solid, and the thing it succeeds at the most is the thing that I think all spin offs should strive for and focus at, which is that it strikes an almost perfect balance between being very firmly set in the same world, having a similar tone, having some characters and plot lines cross over, having impact on the main storylines, using the established things, and on the other hand, being its own thing, offering a fresh perspective, telling its own story that isn't just more of the same. In this case, that shift in perspective obviously comes mainly from the fact that we're now following supes instead of their enemies, as well as the fact that the characters are from a younger generation. That is used as a sort of to sort of shift the focus of the anti-consumerist satire as well, more towards the modern day social media culture and Gen Z tendencies, but also making a point that those things we laugh at are in many cases manufactured by companies seeking to make a profit, that the young people are often being exploited with the things they enjoy and do. I like the new characters. I thought the performances were very good across the board. The story is quite interesting, the special effects very good, as we've gotten used to with the main show. Tonally, it's almost exactly the same as The Boys. Properly brutal, gory, raunchy, and darkly humorous as well. The one thing I thought was lackluster was the final episode. Without spoiling anything, there's a lot of chaos and scenes which logistically just seem very hastily put together and poorly written. And then there's an amazing appearance towards the end by one of the characters from the main show, and a thing happens which made me go, wow, holy shit, I did not expect them to do this. And then literally 20 seconds later, the show goes, nah, just kidding, we didn't really do that. So it almost goes really bold and crazy, but doesn't actually pull the trigger. And that is also a criticism that applies to the main show, The Boys, where the problem seems to be increasingly so with each season, that every single new season promises finally a major change and ends up reverting back to status quo by the end of it for some reason. Bold things need to happen in order to move the narrative forward. Hopefully, the writers of both shows realize this before each of them becomes too tedious and repetitive. But until then, even with the slightly disappointing ending, Gen V has proven to be a very competent and entertaining spin-off. Great treat for fans of The Boys.